You know when you're visualizing right when you start to get ideas. When you're feeling that infused, feeling that excited from seeing the vision and experiencing, you cannot help but take action. So when you vision build, you really want to allow your imagination to go wild. If you think about it this way, if we can't even let ourselves go wild in our imagination, how are we going to do it in real life? Do you know what I mean? Like if we can't even allow ourselves playing around with what could be possible for us, there's no way we're going to take the steps in real life, right? So seeing it and actually experiencing it as if it's happening right here, that where you can touch it or interact with or create whatever it is that you want to create, and you can actually see it as if it's like happening, right here. And if you're looking for a partner, you're like hugging it or going for a bike ride. uh, that's what I did before I met my wife. Actually, I visualized the kind of partner that I wanted to be with, and that she was into fitness. Visualize us like biking together, and then it actually all happened. I remember when we actually went on one of our, I think it was the second day, and we went bike riding together. I had like the biggest deja vu moment because we were riding, and I'm like, holy crap! Like I've seen this before. It was just such a enlightening experience. So you really want to bring that future outcome, but really live into it as if it's happening in the moment. So before I built this studio, I saw in my mind's eye the clients that would come, them having a really great workout, and the workouts helping them go about their day and being productive, being healthy, being happy. And I experienced it before it ever happened. So this is our second studio in Taipei. Actually, I started in a much smaller studio. It was a basement studio. But the way I started, I had no idea how I was going to start. I was a foreigner living in Taipei. I didn't really know anyone. I tried to apply for a bunch of jobs, but it didn't work out. For the sake of talking about visualization, I had this wallpaper on my little laptop at the time, and I was looking at it every single day. I was closing my eyes and I was visualizing it as if I was in that studio and I was training clients in that studio. I would visualize training clients. Yeah. And from that place, when you're visualizing right, when you start to get ideas. Like when you start to get ideas that you start to get excited about, because when you're visualizing, you're connecting to that feeling, right? You're connecting to that energy. And that energy, in the same way that when we're feeling lower energies like reactivity, we also have these thoughts in our mind, that go with that feeling of reactivity or that discomfort that we feel. It's like an imprint or a conditioning. And we'll have like thoughts or images that come along with that discomfort, that irritating, frustrating feeling. Well, the same thing is when you're visualized and you can bring yourself into that state of actually experiencing the joy, happiness, and the progress and the achievement and the service of other people, you're also going to have thoughts come from that energy, ideas. You're going to start getting inspired by these ideas. And some ideas might be really outlandish, but some ideas, well, what I found for me is that a lot of the ideas were really, really practical. Let me just post my services online. And that's what I did in the beginning. Like I posted my services on like various forums, feeling that energy, right? And I actually got my first group of clients. It was 2 clients from Craigslist. And that's how my business started. I'll leave that story to another, how I basically built multiple businesses from having no idea what to do, where to start, how to go about it and all that. It really just began with visualizing, as well as a big kick in the butt. So I will share that story for you guys in another video. But for this one, visualizing, and then as you put yourself into that feeling state, which is when you know that you're doing it right, you start to get ideas. In the same way as when you're reactive, you start to get like reactive thoughts. When you're in that energy of feeling good, or you're in gratitude or joy or whatever, you start to see the possibility, like your energy, your feeling creates those thoughts. And then it's simply a matter of taking action upon them. But when you're feeling that infused, or you're feeling that excited from seeing the vision and experiencing, you cannot help but take action. This is really why grounding is such a fundamental piece of the puzzle. It's such a fundamental piece that helps everybody, especially for us INFPs, because we tend to spend more time up here than actually doing stuff. Or that was for my case anyway. I can tell you guys, not to say this as like a flex or braggy, but hopefully to inspire you that everything that I've practiced in terms of vision building has come true. The businesses that I get to enjoy right now, the studio that we run here, where we have 2 trainers and 2 online trainers that bring in passive income for us, the life coaching business that I've been building over the last 4 years, as well as the environment that we live in. We travel back and forth from Taipei and Melbourne, so we have this studio here, as well as Riverside apartment in Docklands, Melbourne, which we absolutely love, which I was vision building for years, and seeing the experience of looking out the window, seeing the river. Yeah, INFPs, you probably love water and a view as much as me, you know. So, being able to basically meditate with the sun and the river, go downstairs, go for a walk, and just be in this peaceful environment, something that's conducive to a healthy lifestyle and a productive lifestyle. So I was vision building that for a really long time, as well as the relationship I get to enjoy with my wife. I visualized that long before it actually materialized or came into my life. And I don't see this as like a woo-woo thing, but I do see the practical aspect of it. It's just really like when you visualize and you have that energy or those feelings, they create thoughts and you get ideas, and then you take practical action on those ideas. And as you take practical action, if you know how to ground yourself as well while you take practical action, so you're not super attached to the outcome, which is really, really important. Not being attached to the outcome, being like, when will I get there? When nothing's happening, all that sort of stuff, right? Staying true to the vision, seeing it, experiencing it, getting ideas, taking that practical action, and having faith in the process and staying grounded along the way. Let me just turn this off. Things will really start to happen. And I'll continue to share with you guys my journey, which is why I'm doing this YouTube channel, this YouTube journey, because I struggled a lot when I was young. I wish a lot of things that I know now, I knew when I was young and I was struggling and I was lost in my mind and I didn't know about grounding or didn't know how to vision build properly, take action or any of that stuff. And I just spent pretty much most of the day up here, like ruminating and trying to figure stuff out and basically suffering. So I hope this helps you guys out. There's a lot more nuances to share around the process or the path or the journey, and I will continue to upload videos to this YouTube channel regularly. So I hope you guys stick around. Peace.